Well, this is the answer to problem 11. So we have a revenue function and a cost function. X is the number of snowboards produced. So first thing to note is that X is positive. You cannot produce a negative number of snowboards. Okay, so this is good to know. Then there is a P of X, which is profit. So profit is revenue minus cost. So P of X is equal to revenue minus cost, which is minus x squared plus 10x minus 4x plus 5. So which simplifies to minus x squared plus 6x minus 5, and average profit AP of x is equal to px over x, which is okay, this whole thing over x minus x squared plus 6x minus 5 over x. Okay, now we have to determine the production levels that make APX greater than 0. So we want to basically figure out when this is greater than 0, right? So here's the trick. X is always greater than 0. So this numerator, I don't know, like this is a complicated function, so this can be positive or negative. But the denominator is just x. So x is greater than 0. So denominator is greater than 0 in the region of interest. So I can actually multiply both sides by x because x is greater than 0. I'm multiplying by a positive number. This is all fine. So this is true whenever this times x is greater than this times x. So the left hand side becomes minus x squared plus 6x minus 5. The right hand side becomes 0 times x, which is 0. So this ratio is positive if and only if this is positive. It all depends on just this quadratic. That's the thing to understand. It also follows it's also intuitive, x can be positive, profit can be positive or negative. So it's trying to find whether the average profit is positive or not, right? Every unit is making profit or not. So that is going to be true if the total profit is positive or not. If total profit is positive, you can divide it by a positive number and you will have a positive number. If the total profit is negative, you can divide by a positive number and it will stay positive. So whether this is positive or not depends on whether px is positive or not. The division by x really does not change that because x is positive. So this is all we have to solve. This is a quadratic. The coefficient is negative, so it's gonna look like it's gonna look like either like this, or it touches x, or it has two roots, right? So the question is whether it's of this form. Does it have two roots, right? So again we can do our the roots are minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. We calculate, so this is a minus 1, b is 6, and c is minus 5. We plug this in and see whether there are two roots or zero roots or one roots. So if I did it correctly, I get x two roots, x equal to 5 and x equal to 1. So it is of this form, this is 1 and this is 5. So there is a range of values for which this is positive. So 1 less than x less than 5 is where the profit is going to be positive, or the average profit is going to be positive. That's it.